Alright, here's the chart plotter. How do we use the chart plotter? It's fairly simple to use. The most important thing with our chart plotter is to understand which end is which. This is the big blue arrow. This is the direction you are going. This is the first thing we need to do. Today we're going to go from Brighton to Altona or Altona to Brighton. If I'm going from Altona to Brighton, I need to make sure the big blue arrow is pointing from Altona to Brighton, and we would do that. If we're going to go from Brighton to Altona, we must turn this around and we put the big blue arrow in the other direction, the direction we're actually going. So we'll go from Brighton to Altona, why not? Not a lot of Altona, there's a nice pier. So we're going to draw our line in. The advantage of drawing the line in, we know what we've got, we can pull the plotter off and we can see what's actually happening. From there we want to get an actual bearing, and the way we do that is we align this, the central twist, to north. How do I align it to north? Well, I can guesstimate, but what we've got is that network of grid squares which will parallel and line up with our network of grid squares that we've got drawn on our chart in multiple areas. So I can use this vertically, I can use this horizontally, I can line it up like so, but what we want to do is line it up and then look for a line. I've got a line that's running across there, and the great joy of this, you don't have to be on top. We can very clearly see whether I'm parallel to that line or not, and clearly I'm not there, so we can rotate this around to make sure that we are parallel to the line. Human eye is great at spotting things that aren't parallel, and we can see here that we're nearly parallel to make that happen. So we've now got that lined up and square. These are pointing to the top or north on the chart, and therefore we can read off here our magnetic and true bearing. Our true bearing is what's on the big zero, so that's 285 degrees true. Our magnetic bearing, we would go to our compass rose, and then we're going to dig out from that it's 11.5 degrees east. So here's east, here's west. Let's go to east because it says 11.5 degrees east. So we go 5, 10, 11, 11.5, and we can draw this in with our pencil. And that is now giving me my magnetic, which makes life much, much easier. So from there, we can read off our magnetic, we can read off our true, and we've got a basic course to steer.